Hi kids, if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Hope you enjoy it. If you're back again for more of my half-arsed tutorials, nice to see you back. Glad you could make it. If you've got any questions, ask them down below and let me tell you what we're up to today. Back to the Nord Micro Modular. It's been a little while since I've looked at the Nord, and I have promised you for ages to show you how to do pads and make a pad kind of thing, and this is all part of that series that I am half-arsed doing in turning the Nord Micro Modular into a groovebox. So we've done the drum kit on the Micro Modular, we've done the sequencing of a little kind of bleepy lead line on the Micro Modular, and now I'm going to do some pads. So if you would have a look at the screen, I've already got the editor open, and we are going to start as always with picking an out so we can actually hear what's going on, and I am going to put 2 outs up there, and we will need a clock source. So I'll go into the LFO and the little metronome picture, which is our clock source, and then from there I'm going to get together all the sequencing stuff. I'm going to start with the sequencing and then put the simple pad in. Right, so I need a clock divider. I'm going to have that normal fixed clock divider, plug that in, 24 pulses into the MIDI in, and then I'm going to use a sequencer. I want the pads to be long, so basically the pads are going to be 1 bar for each measure, so it's almost going to be like a chord sequence thing. So I'm going to use the note sequencer B on here, and I'm going to put 8th notes into the click, but I want the pads to be completely random, so it's almost like a self-writing chord sequence. And the way that I can do this is with that old favourite of mine, a clocked random. So I'll put that in, and then to get the clock to tick over, I'm going to use the link button. So I link it out and put it on the click there, and then I got that coming out, and I want that to be specific notes to a specific kind of scale. So if I go into control, CTRL, you have got this little patch here which is a key quantizer, and when I press it in there, it gives me a range that I can look at, and I'm going to reduce that range down to ±6, which is pretty much an octave spread. So 12 notes being 12 notes, 6 notes below, 6 notes above, and then to make life easy, I'm just going to pick C, A, G. So 3 chords, or I might chuck in an A. So 4 possible notes, that's what we will end up with within an octave range, and that goes on there, and then that is going to be the control for the pitch. So let's go and make this pad. Right, I'm going to go into my oscillators, and I'm going to select the master oscillator, which has got a very, very low range, or very low DSP power input, and then go back to using my trick of using LFOs. So let's have a sine wave as the kind of base, and then a sawtooth and a square. Ping those in there. They need to be mixed together, but I've got a little trick up my sleeve for later. So I'm going to have not just the 3 for mixing, I'm going to have a crossfade with modulation, and I'll show you more about that in a little while. And I'm going to put the sawtooth and the square in there. And then I'm going to have a normal, one of my normal 3 out. And while I'm here, I'm going to put a 3 out on here so that I can mix some stuff in later. I don't want to put any of this to waste, so you're making a good noodling thing. You really don't want to waste any. So that goes in there like that. That goes in there like that. And then, so I've got some kind of output. I'm going to put that in there. That goes to the pitch. Pull that up so you're getting all of the pitch in there. These are going to be slaved to that. And then I'm going to have as the root note right the way up. That's going to be the highest one, and then these will be all some variation on a theme. So have that one up there, and then let's try around about that. We'll see what they sound like in a moment. Next I am going to need an envelope, as always. If you don't have an envelope you won't have anything coming out, and I'm going to have that attack, hold and decay, and there's a reason for that. Because I want to be able to give it a sustain on there. And the trigger for this is going to come out of the same link. So every time it changes key or pitch, it will also trigger a new envelope event, and that will go around. Okay. And finally I need a filter. And just for the shits and giggles, I am going to put in the vocal filter because I really like it. It gives it a very weird sound, vocally sound, and that I'm going to kick into there. Now you're just getting one note. I need that to be sustained, so I'm going to put that in there. This envelope gives you a specific length of time that things work over. So it's triggered and then the time goes. So I've got a bit of a fade in, fade out. Now, I want some variety and some variation on this. We're going to make this a bit more interesting. So let us have a look. We'll go back to our LFOs, and this time we're going to just go into a random generator. Pull that out. So it's got a master thing in there. So what I can do is take that master in there, and I'm going to put it on the crossfade to start off with. So I've plugged it into the crossfade. That's a bit quick. There we go. So you've got a little bit of a variation going on there. And then I'm going to put another one of these up. Random generator. Plug the master in there. Bit slower, and I'm going to put that in gives that vocal change that I quite like. But it's a bit too similar, so I'm going to change that to an O sound at the end. That's what I really like. Now, icing on the cake, what I can do, you can hear it's changing pitch with each time. So I can make a lead sequence which will change time and change key with that. And we're going to do that really quickly. So in order not to muck about and waste time, I'm just going to go straight in with an oscillator, because I just want you to be able to hear this. So I've got the oscillator in there. And then I'm going to click the random feature there, take that out, and put that into one of the pitch things in there, on the pitch controls, 100% in there, and then the other pitch control I'm going to take from the chords. So that goes in there, and then you can hear what this one sounds like. So very quickly, envelope. And this is just going to be an attack decay, very, very simple envelope here. And then a very simple filter. In there. It's kind of an inverted band pass. That can go in here. And the gate for the envelope, I am taking straight out of that click, so the 8 triplets. So it's the same principle as the other one. Works the same principle, it fires at the same time. Triangle. And give it a bit more movement. Random LFOs, only this time I'm going to have a master LFO and then the random generator. So just for the sheer joy, slave joined up to the master, and then I'm going to plug this into the frequency and open it up so you get some juice coming in there. And I'm going to put that one into the resonance. There you go. Pad that gives you a kind of a chord structure thing going on, and a little bleepy melody line pattern that sits over the top and changes to fit whatever the chord base is. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have and you're not already subscribed, please subscribe for more half-assed tutorials, and usually at least one jam a week with bits of kit that I've got tucked out the way. You've got any comments, any requests for any stuff that you've seen me do that you'd like to know a bit more about, put it in the comments. I love reading them. I love people commenting on my stuff because that's what it's all about. It keeps the conversation going. Next time I think I'm going to show you what my live rig is about and my 3 bits of kit and where I was inspired. You might have heard me talk about it before. But have fun, enjoy, spread it around. If you think anybody else would be interested in this kind of nonsense, please let them know I exist. And most of all, have fun. Laters.